Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, quick update on the daily time frame. No change really. Bitcoin is still performing quite well in line with the overall bullish thesis that we should get one more high in this cycle to 130k. Do we have to get to 130k? I mean, I don't know. We don't have to. It's just the next likely Fibonacci level. In the next few weeks, we will probably also take a good look at other Fib levels along the way if things are going the right direction, if the price is indeed breaking out, and things seem to be going in the right direction, right? So we are still overall following bullish structures. I mean, I have heard about a couple of people, actually analysts, who have already called the top of the bull market in. For me, that's too hot. I'm not doing that because I don't think we have topped yet. I'm expecting at least one more high in this cycle for many altcoins as well. And the degree of, let's say, or the Bitcoin dominance value will determine how strongly those altcoins are rallying. And honestly, in the last few weeks, I mean, there are not many coins that broke support. I think eGold did, but it's a donkey chart anyway, looking at the structure. So most charts have held their relevant support levels. And we are still overall in bullish structures, all right? That's important. Now, that being said, of course, we still need to be careful, especially with altcoins, but that's normal. That's just, that's what we have to do anyway. So overall, thesis is higher overall against 69k on the daily time frame. Some people have said, look, 69k is so far away. I mean, if I scale into this support area, the risk is just too high. Well, guess what? You can always set a stop below the last low, right? If the thesis is bullish, but I can share here with you the support area for the daily time frame. We have to technically give this wave 4 space all the way down to 69k. Of course, it's far away. That's why the macro risk is very high for Bitcoin. Macro. On the smaller time frame, though, you can just set stop below the last low. I mean, that gives you a much tighter stop. Essentially, this is only the market structure. I mean, I can give you here ideas about the market structure, what the parameters the price needs to respect to keep the idea that we get one more high alive. But obviously, how you trade this will depend on your own, skill level, time frame, and so on. Yeah. The idea has been now for the last few days that we might already be in a direct breakout to the upside. We see that here we had a 5-wave move to the upside. This is the shorter time frame. And therefore we said, look, pullback in 3 waves. Once we get a 3-wave pullback, we might break out. So it seems like we are already on the way to a direct breakout. I've marked it here on the chart that maybe the low is already in here. That is sort of what I communicated this afternoon with our Discord members that, yes, it is a shallow pullback. Yes, but I think it was like an hour ago or two, I mentioned the low is probably in. The low is probably in. I can't guarantee it. It's unreliable because the pullback is so shallow, but I could identify a micro 5-wave move to the upside from this low, and therefore said, okay, the low is probably in. We can still get a wider wave too. It's not guaranteed we get a breakout, but pullbacks can be shallow in bullish markets, and I see a first micro 5-wave move up from the low, which shouldn't really happen in a B wave. So we might break out directly. I've added for that purpose 2 target areas to the chart already that you already know about if you follow us on Discord. The 104,185 to 106,415 level is the first target area. Doesn't mean we have to stop there. It would be my first target area. It depends on, and I'm not showing all the combinations of possible counts here on the chart, but it's possible this was a 1-2-1-2 setup. Then this would be a target for a third of a third wave. Yeah, and then we go higher. But it would be the first milestone target area. If this is a large 1-2, I mean, it just might go directly. Okay. So the next target area then would be 113,166 to 118,550. Now, these targets are milestone targets subject to change depending on what happens here now. We have not yet broken out. So any break above this green line, though, at 100,750 would indicate we are in the third wave. I'm already watching it, okay, that potential. I'm still adding a support area. As I said in the last video, this is only a risk area, especially 97,950. it's a risk area. It doesn't mean we have to test it. It tells you what the risk is, right? If you want to go long, I mean, you might want to set a stop below the box. You might want to set a stop below the invalidation point here, below the red line. You might say, well, that's still quite far away. Well, it depends. I mean, if the goal is, if the first target is here and the second is here. But again, of course, you have to size down because we're now far away, further away than we were like a couple of hours ago when I saw that first 5-wave pattern already. But there is still a chance for another dip into support. Essentially, it's quite simple. Short-term bullish against this low, but ideally we don't break below this support area anymore. Okay, if we do, it's the wider wave too. I would actually prefer that, but I find it more likely we break out. But personal preference is a wider wave too, because a lot of people are waiting for it. It's not always going to be there in a bullish market. The support area here is still relevant, down to 91,645, but only if the red line is broken. That's just a quick update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.